Hey everyone, it's Michael Cohen here again, and welcome. First and foremost, look, it is inarguable that Biden yesterday during the debate was certainly not the Joe Biden we were all hoping for. But listen, don't give up. All right. Today, he was in North Carolina for a rally. And now he was showing the energy that we was hoping that he was going to have yesterday. I also believe that the preparation needed a completely different strategy. But I'll tell you what, I want to go to the clip of Joe Biden at this North Carolina rally where the audience went wild. He was on fire. He was direct. He was loud. He was straightforward. He was truthful, unlike the other guy. So do me a favor. We'll just wait a second as we play this clip, and then you're going to hear me react. And I'm dying. I wish to God that there was a way that I can get your reactions, because I'm certain that your reaction to this clip is the same that I have.
Let me close with this. I know I'm not a young man. State the obvious. Well, I know. Well, I don't. Folks, I don't walk as easy as I used to. I don't speak as smoothly as I used to. I don't debate as well as I used to. But I know what I do know. I know how to tell the truth. I know right from wrong. And I know how to do this job. I know how to get things done. And I know, like millions of Americans know, when you get knocked down, you get back up. I know what it took to take our economy from the depths of the pandemic to where it is today, the strongest economy in the world. I know what it'll take to bring this economy to everybody. I know what it'll take to rally the world, to stand up against Putin and defend freedom, not yield to him. And I know what it'll take to keep the world safe and free for the years ahead. Folks, I give you my word as a Biden, I would not be running again if I didn't believe with all my heart and soul I can do this job. Because quite frankly, the stakes are too high. The stakes are too high.
I mean, look, the guy comes right out on the gate with some humor, and he states the obvious. By the way, neither of these two candidates are young men. Trump is 2.5 years younger than Joe Biden. And when he said that, notice the way he was carrying himself. Notice the energy. I mean, okay, I get it. The Republicans are already screaming, yeah, that's because he has a teleprompter. So what? So what? All right. All of a sudden, the crowd goes wild, screaming, Joe, Joe, Joe. All right. Now, maybe Joe Biden also needed at the debate to have a crowd in order to play to. And so, because he really was lethargic yesterday. Don't know what it was. Some people are saying he has a cold. Stop. This was 90 minutes that we needed him to be the Joe Biden that you just saw in that clip. And what he's going to need to do is he's going to need to be that Joe Biden more and more and more. He needs to do more in order to show America, seriously, just how much energy this man does truly have. Yesterday, while I was watching the debate, I was saying to myself, where's the Joe Biden that we see all the time? Where's the Joe Biden? Why does he seem so meek and so tired? This isn't Joe Biden. This isn't somebody who's president of the United States that just came back from a G7 summit, the guy who's trying to negotiate Middle Eastern peace. And then he continues with the humor. I don't walk as well as I used to. By the way, I'm 57. I don't walk as well. I don't run as well as I did when I was in my teens or my 20s or my 30s. In fact, I got 2 fractured discs in my lower back. I'm barely walking at all. And then he turns around and says, I don't speak as well as I used to do. Well, that's a function, unfortunately, of age. And anybody that has an adult parent or, is of their age themselves, you realize you mix up some words here and there, yada, yada, but it is what it is. He's sharp. Look at how sharp he was yesterday. All right. In comparison, look how sharp he was at this rally in comparison to what he was at the debate. At the debate, he was sharp. He had the information, but there was just no energy behind it. And that sort of took away from the oomph. All right. And then he turns around, he makes fun of the debate too, knowing that he did not do well. At least he's honest with himself, something that we do not see from Donald Trump. He's never honest with himself, because if he's honest with himself, that means he has to be honest with us, which means that we're not going to think much of him because he lies all the time. All right. Then he points out something I was hoping that he was going to point out as the big contrast between himself, President Biden, and Donald J. Trump. Biden said, I tell the truth, and the crowd went wild, as they should have. In fact, had he said that line last night at the debate, so many millions, tens and tens of millions of people who were watching that debate would have started cheering and screaming, yes, go Joe, yes. And then he turned around and he knocks it out with another shot. And I know the difference between right and wrong. And the place goes crazy. That would have been a great 1-2, all right, for yesterday's debate. People would be sitting in front of their television with their family and friends or wherever the hell that they were at. And they would be like, yes, Joe, now give us the fucking uppercut. Give us the uppercut and knock them out. And he goes, and I can do this job. I can get things done. And the place went wild. All right. All of a sudden, 4 more years, right? And boy, if a guy was already, now he's maybe up for the 10 count, he got up on 9 and he's dizzy. His legs are like wobbly and so on. And here comes again. Here comes the right cross that's going to put the guy on his back for good. And he goes, when you get knocked down, acknowledging what happened the night before, what do? He goes, I get up and I fight. And that's when the place went wild. Absolutely wild. 4 more years, damn straight. And then Joe Biden goes into an entire scenario on why we need another 4 years of Biden versus the alternative of Donald Trump from 2024 to 2028. And it has to do with the future of our democracy. He then brings in and invokes the names of like Kim Jong-un and Vladimir Putin, autocrats that Donald Trump has some crazy, weird affinity towards. All right. Donald likes fascists. He likes autocrats, monarchs, rulers, kings, Führers. These are the people that Donald Trump admires. And Joe Biden was now presenting a very significant warning to the American people that our democracy is on the line, that America's democracy and future is on the line. And it doesn't just affect the United States of America. How many times have you all heard me say the following line? If you have a strong America, you have a strong world. If you have a weak America, you have a weak world. And that's what Joe Biden is trying to present here. We cannot afford to have somebody like Donald J. Trump holding the levers of the world power. We just cannot, because America is that power. We are at the forefront of the levers of the world's power. We just are. That's the role that we play. And when Trump denigrates the United States of America, when he denigrates migrants, when he denigrates the people, the American citizens, this is not just un-American, it's stupid. Because as Joe Biden said during this rally, what country wouldn't want to be the United States of America? We have the greatest GDP in the world's history. Our GDP is 2.5 times the size of number 2 of China. 2.5 times the GDP. We have the lowest unemployment rate ever in U.S. history. Our stock market is at an all-time high, right? Minority income has risen greater than it has at any point ever in history. There are more black, brown, millionaires and billionaires than there were ever before, including under the Trump administration. And when Trump turns around and wants to tell you that this incredible economy that exists under the Biden administration is only the byproduct of what he left him in his administration. Remember how often Donald would talk about how great the stock market's doing, how great the economy is under his administration? Under the same theory, would it not then be fair to say that Trump's economy, which he touted as his own and bragged about, is the direct result of the leftover from the Obama administration? Or did the United States only come to exist in 2016 when Donald Trump became president? These are the sort of things that Biden had an opportunity to come back at Donald Trump with during these softball, pitches that were coming to him. There was really no answer that Joe Biden couldn't have said to undermine what Donald Trump was saying, because Donald Trump was lying from the moment he opened his mouth. From the moment he opened his mouth. And what happened as a direct result of Biden being the human, being the compassionate, kind person that he is, he didn't come out swinging at the very moment or at the very first question that was presented to him. No, he only came out with the big, hey, aren't you a felon convicted 34 times, the 45th minute of a 90-minute debate? If I was debating Trump, the very first question that was posed to me, I would have hit him with so many rights and then followed up with so many lefts. I'd have him furious and dizzy, and he wouldn't be sitting there all smug thinking to himself, oh my God, I'm getting away with one lie after another after another. I would have called him out on every single lie, because what pissed me off about this debate by CNN, there was no fact checking. Well, then who the fuck needs a moderator if you don't have a fact checker? Isn't that what they are there for? Now, look, I understand. Maybe there wouldn't be enough people in order to fact check. But if you are lucky enough, as CNN was, to have this first debate, it is so simple to have 20 people sitting and Googling and sending immediately information to whether it's Dana Bash or to Jake Tapper, sending them with all the nonsense that Donald Trump was saying. That's what they should have done. And they should have been much stronger in terms of the lies. Like, I've seen Caitlin Collins do this, where she calls the lie the lie. That didn't happen here. And it needs to happen going forward with all these debates. Otherwise, we're going to see, again, more of these, unless, of course, the Biden campaign starts to listen to some good things that I'm trying to say here, which is you must smack a bully. You cannot allow a bully to take control over the playground. Hey, everyone. First of all, thanks for watching. I mean, we're going to be posting daily episodes with reactions and talking about politics. We'll be talking about everything, in fact. So please like and subscribe. Join us on this journey.